Hello, good evening. So today I'm playing a different game, one that I actually gave a negative Steam review, and that's not because the game is not fun or bad, it's because the game is not what you expect it to be before you buy it, if you don't pay enough attention. It's marketed as a game with all the strategy of another 4X game. Well, that's not the case. The reality is, it's a nice game for a browser game, and it's nice to have a few nights of fun. And if you want to go really deep and try to win the hardest, takes probably more than a few nights. I've got about 10 hours in it now. And there are different maps. So this is the first map that you get presented. And you can choose the different races, and the races are basically the difficulty level. And that is because of the position they're in. So these are surrounded by river lands, which are the best lands, and that's why they're easy. As are these. This one is a bit harder. It only has a little river land and the rest is mountains. This is a little harder yet. And this one is the hardest. Now I have won the game with these four, and now I'm attempting to win it with this one. Very surely this game is not going to be a sure win. It is a possible win. I have never won with this guy yet. I have tried twice, and this is going to be my third attempt. So I'm going to have you enjoy that, and who knows, maybe this will be the win. So I'll explain the game as we go. We have our little town here with 6 fields around it, 2 mountains, 1 desert, 1 plains, 1 grassland and 1 river tile. Here we have the resources that we have this turn. This is the end of turn button. Yes, just like in Civilization, but it's absolutely nothing like Civilization. There are only 3 resources, and well, 4 you could say, but that's something different, and we're going to get to that later. These are the basic 3 resources: science, money and food. Now if we look here, we see a little sheet that predicts, if we are going to push the next turn button now, what we will have next turn. And that includes waste levels for each of the resources. Now this is the 4th resources, and you can already see that we have huge waste levels for military power, which is the 4th level, but we will get to that later. So you see we lose 20, 10 and 20%. And this is the spending, like the tax slider basically. It spends gold and it turns it into science and food. So what this effectively means is that we have these 3 resources. They are all available now, and we can use science. We can buy, for example, an army or a fleet for 40 or 60 gold respectively. And there are more things we can do with it. We can use it to reduce the waste levels. And if we don't, then what's left over is going to be used to produce science or food for the next turn. So these we kind of have to use this turn, because otherwise 20% of it is wasted, and that is an awful lot. Later in the game you might want to save it for later, when you have solved this, but right now that's not feasible. And as you can see, the top levels are 10, 3 and 5%, so for science it will always be significant. This is also, I've been thinking about how am I going to win with this specific very hard race, and that's going to be part of it. This is the tech tree where we can spend our science. The first line is resources that make it cheaper to put flags. See, the way we capture land is by simply we put some flags in here, like you do this. You've put 2 flags and it costed me 19 food. I had 20, so that's basically all my food. I could now press end turn and then those 2 lands will be mine. When it's contested with other enemies, when we get close together and we're both trying to grab the same land, then it's going to cancel out if we don't, neither of us have done anything, or the one who has put some points into this, which says like plus military power on certain types of land, that will make you beat the contest. This is the go back button. That's nice, that's why I can show you and do stupid stuff now. So that's it. It costs as you can see 5 to 10 food to place a flag, to claim a piece of land. So in the tech tree you can see you can reduce that cost by 1, 2 and then 3. So the 5 to 10 is then going to be 2 to 7. Also is important to know the cost of this. It has a base cost. It's a different distance from the city, so the further I get away from my city, the more expensive it's going to get. And it is depending on adjacent tiles. So this one has only 1 adjacent tile. This one has 2 adjacent tiles, and that's why this one costs 9 and the other one costs 10. Therefore it is good to never really pick 2 adjacent ones, because then you are wasting the adjacency. I would best be suited to choose this one, for example, and this one, and then that one is going to cost 7 the next turn. Well, if I would do it now as well, it costs 9, so then you're basically wasting 2 food. Back to the stack tree. What we can also see here is what each piece of land gives us. Here we see the pieces of land that I have under my control. And this simply means this is 2 colored squares for that thing. It means it produces 2 food per tile. The grassland produces 1 food and 1 gold. The plain produces 1 food and 1 science. And the mountain produces 1 gold and 1 science. And the desert produces only 1 gold. This is the cost to upgrade it so that each of tile will produce more. And as you can see, the desert not only produces very little, it also is rather costly to increase. It costs 100, 112 and 62. Well, this here costs 37, 30 and 45. 31, 40 and 30. It's a bit more expensive to do this, but that is the 3rd food from 1 tile, which the desert maxes out at 1 food per tile. So the desert sucks. Of course, that's no surprise, and that is why this is the hard race. I'm going back to this sheet, and here you can see the, as I said, the money can be used to buy either science or food. And if I set them both to 0, we have 5 yield of money. How is that? I have 25 right now. Oh no, this is just the yield for next turn, so I would get a yield of 5, I would waste 4 and I would have 1 more than I currently have. Which makes it obvious why we want to spend our stuff, because you're not effectively gaining anything. Now if we turn that into this 25 gold, if we turn it into food, we are getting 12. If we turn it into science, we're getting 25. This is a 2-on-1 ratio, this is a 1-on-1 ratio. And therefore effectively we can say this has a value of 1, this has a value of 1 and this has a value of 2. food is twice as costly as the other two resources. Of course, that is only looking at exchange ratio. In early game, food is really expensive, and it might be even more than twice as valuable as the other two. But in late game, it's not twice as valuable as the other two, and money turns to be possibly the most important value. The reason for that is, of course, its versatility. Now it does have that versatility, which, I mean, you can turn money into science one-on-one, so then you would say money is simply a higher value than science. But it does have one downside, and that is the science that you get. You can immediately spend it. The money, you spend it next turn, because it is going to turn into science at the end of the turn if I didn't use the money. So that kind of balances out, I think, with the versatility, and that's why I think the 112 is a pretty decent valuation measurement. Now each race also has, and I don't know if I can see that. Where can I see that? Not here. Ah, here. Growing cities cost 20% less. Food technologies cost less. Knowledge technologies cost more, and power technologies cost more. But if we look at these are the power technologies. Suppose I would choose this one. It costs 12. Each of the lowered ones costs 12. I choose 12. The next one costs 18. So choosing one makes the other one a half more expensive. This is an exponential growth curve. That means that the 20% is not that significant. In these cases, that is not the case. If I let's do this back again. If I could, I can't with 20 signs, but if I could choose one of these, the rest doesn't change. So all these valuations, the 20% really is worth 20%. However, this one goes up into the many hundreds, and for this one it is very limited. You only once do these upgrades. For growing cities, it's also much reduced, the value of the 20%, because the price of growing cities also goes up exponentially. Knowledge technologies, which ones are those? I suppose these? Yes. Ah yeah, they cost 25% more. They would have costed 25 then without that, I suppose. No, that would be 50%. They would have costed 30 without that. And these cost... Valve technologies. Cost 25% less maybe? No. Oh well, it's just the base price happens to be 30 and here it happens to be 20. So that's it, the 25% more on the knowledge costs is not very significant. Because in the end, what am I going to research in knowledge cost? In this game I am going to only upgrade mountains and deserts probably. So this 62 and 37, I'm planning to spend 100 on knowledge research and something similar on these. A little more probably, because I can do this, and this is 125 and this is together 150. But in this I'm going to spend probably, definitely many hundreds, maybe some over, well over thousands, maybe multiple thousands. We shall see how far that goes. But in the end, as I said, the 20% just might mean one power research more or less. Probably not even. And now we have our victory conditions. We need to get 7 victory points. and we can choose among all of these, and in addition we will sometimes get the chance to buy another victory point. Out of these, my intention for this game is to go with the Hanging Gardens, produce 800 wealth. You don't even need to pay it, you just need to have it. And 18 power technologies and 5 armies. 30 city population is possibly doable as well. I might change my mind. 90 spaces on the map I'm probably not gonna get. 3 captured cities I'm definitely not gonna get. I'm gonna play a defensive strategy because I'm weak. I'm not gonna win a war. And 18 power I'm also definitely not going to get. Now why have I chosen my strategies? And that is because of what we can see here. The mountains, they produce a lot of gold and a bunch of science but little food. The desert, they produce decent gold, some science and some food, but not much of it. So altogether I'm gonna be producing lots of gold, decent science and little food. Gold is going to be my mainstay, and that's also my plan in here. I intend to upgrade only the waste to -3%, which means I can save in gold and then use the slider to move it to science as needed. Every turn I will be looking like next turn I want to be researching this. Then you move the slider and that's going to be the amount of science I get. That way I only need to spend money on this. This here is needed. We're now going to get to the armies part. I'm hopefully not even going to use this, but suppose you spend the money not here but here. I can't now. Then that means you spend all the X% of the money you spent, you have this turn on military power. 5 coins produces 1 power, and that will go up when you have more armies. For every army it goes up. So do I have 5 armies? It's 10 gold for 1 power. Suppose I'm getting 100 gold in a turn, that's going to be 10 power. But 80 of it is wasted the next turn. So the next turn I will again have 100 gold, and I spend it on 10 power. And I'll have only 2 from the last turn, so I'll be having 12 power if I continuously spend 100 gold every turn. And as soon as I stop the next turn I have 2 power, and the next turn it's gone. So it is extremely costly to keep your military power up. And you can of course reduce this waste to 50%, and in that case you spend 100 gold, you get 10 power. And then your 5 armies with 10 power are going to lose only half of that, and the turn after that they will have 5 plus a new 10 is 15. Half of that will be gone, so they will have 7 plus a new 10 is 17. Half of that will be gone, and they will have 8, going to 18, 19, and basically if you have 50 you will approach twice your turn investment, but never truly reach it. That's going to be in the rounding errors. And again, as soon as you stop spending, it's going to be like from 20 you drop to 10, and then you drop to 5, and next turn it's pretty much gone. That also is why the basic strategy is usually, well, first you start with the expansion phase, then you are starting with upgrading all this stuff, and only then will you spend money on your power after you have upgraded this. And once you started doing that, there's pretty much no going back. You keep spending your money on the power. And I want to avoid that. So that's why my goal is to plan my border beforehand. Now in the start I will need to grab whatever I can that produces food, because the desert produces no food. And food is needed to expand, to place flags. So I will start by grabbing this and trying to grab as much of this as I can, and maybe even some of this plains here. This is a pipe dream, we're not going to get to that river. but it would be nice if we could. Then I'm going to place cities here on the edge of the desert, and I'm going to use the power in cities so that, suppose I upgrade this 4 times, then I have +4 power in cities, and any neighbor would have to have his military power, which he gets in here, to at least be 5 to be a threat to me. So that gives me time defensively. And once I get more than that, I'm gonna add desert power. And I'll maybe add another 4 of that, and then I'll have 8 already. That means I'm going to lose, of course, this plains, because if I'm going to spread amongst plains and desert, then I'm going to get weak. I need to have strong defense, and that's why my plan is first capture this, allow myself to lose it later, have the city line about here on the perimeter, all in the desert, and totally focus on city power and desert power only. So that's the plan. Now how do we get started? Since I'm going to have all desert and all mountains, we're going to have to upgrade these yield lines, and this is the lucky part that I depend on, because 112, this is a super important upgrade. I need to have food from deserts, but I cannot afford it for a very long time. Every day, every turn we get an upgrade, an opportunity as they call it, I believe, and sometimes the reward is a free yield tag. I need that at least once for desert, preferably twice. So the first time I'm going to choose that, and if there's a second time I will choose that. For now, our first expanding is going to be in this plains, in this river tile, and in this grassland tile and a mountain, and then some more plains and grassland. What we are looking at for our initial resources is I'm expecting we're gonna take like 6-7 plains tiles, and we're gonna take 2 or 3 grassland tiles, only 1 river. Now this is the cheaper upgrades. I'm not gonna reduce the price for upgrading on river tiles, since that's only going to be 1. I'm not going to reduce the price for upgrading grasslands, we're only gonna be taking 2 of those. The plains could be interesting. I am gonna take 5-6 plains probably. So that's what I want to do. And the same for mountains. I'm going to take all these mountains eventually. So it is good to upgrade that and make it cheaper. And I want to take like 50 desert tiles, so we definitely want to make that cheaper. Now we can also look ahead already. What do I want to do next turn? Because this turn, what I would like ideally is take these 3 or 4 and take this plane here. That gets me closer to taking that fertile ground. Now I can't, because this costs me 15 and 9 is already 24 to just take that. And these are all different. It's 1 grassland, 1 plains, 1 river, 1 mountain. I cannot make that many price reductions to make that possible at all. So that means I must take that mountain. That's a no-brainer, because your first priority is the contested lands. This is not contested. This is going to be mine. I also just explained that getting these 3 in a row kind of wastes 2 food on this river flag, but at the same time, of course, that river flag produces 2 food, so it's important to have it early. But so I could just take this one, and this one, for example. That costs me only 19. That's interesting. I can do that for 19. Because taking 4 is just not going to happen. I could take that one and that one, but that's not what I want to do. How about this one, and this one? That cost me 23. And there are 3 different ones, but I was not going to reduce the price on this. So I would have to reduce the price on mountains twice and desert once, or vice versa. Then I could take those 3. And that is possible. See? 10 and 5, so I can do twice on one for 15 and one on the other. And I spent all my science. I, however, want to upgrade one of these things next time, because now I have this starting gold, 25, and I can spend it on food. That is what most people do, that's the default, and it might actually be best. I'm not certain if what I'm going to do is better, but I believe in it a bit. And then you get 12 food, or I could do this, and it's going to spend 25 of this to get 25 science, 25 gold to get 25 science, plus the 5 science that I'm getting. It means I'm getting 30 science next turn if I spend all my gold on science. Is that useful? I am about to have 2 river tiles. I could put them in here, for example, and then I will have 2 grassland tiles. I'm gonna get 2 food for that river for that 30 science. That's not so great. I could also put them in here, and I'll have 3 mountain tiles, so that's 3 gold. That's worth 1.5 food actually. That's not so great either. Desert is not an option. That's too expensive. Or I could spend less now, so I get 37 and I get more science in the future. That's also not really feasible. I've not thought it out yet, but this is what I usually try to do, consider doing at least, on turn 2 buy a yield tech, because after that you're gonna have so little monetary income that you're not going to be able to buy any tax at all. And we do need food yield tax. We kind of need this one. Now this of course helps. But this is better. So what I wanted, I said, was this. No, not the desert. That's just, I do want to have stuff that really gives me value right now. So now this turn I must take a hill tile and preferably the river and the grassland, even though it's adjacent. Of course, this is something that pays back in about 8 turns, because I'll spend 25 and I'll get 3 per turn when I have 1 extra hill. Now I can take 2 more hills pretty soon. That's not my priority. My priority is taking this stuff. So I do think I should upgrade plains flagging. Unfortunately, it's really expensive to try and buy that one. I believe in my previous attempt I did not spend all my tech and I actually got food from the mountains. Because right now we're gaining 3 food. That is super pathetic. And after we spend our gold, these 3 food plus 2 from that is 5. That's it. We're getting 5 gold worth each turn. Now this is going to get that to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 12, and then with the gold added we're getting to about 15ish if we get this area. So even getting another 4 or so is rather significant, but it slows us down. Well, if I put that same 25 into food, it can actually grab a few tiles, which is about the same but fast. Well, that's fast too. It's tough, man. So I'm definitely going to do this. And I'm going to, if I have to choose between these two, the plains produces 2 food, so that's 4 value as I said, 1, 1, 2, and this produces 3, 1, 2, as does this. But I am wasting food by choosing that. So it might actually be better to not choose that right now, to choose these 2 in addition to that one. If we do this, I do want to reduce the cost on plains. I did already that. No, I did it on mountains. I wanted to do on plains too. I cannot exactly rationalize everything in numbers, but I do feel that I need that because this is going to be where I'm going to try and get there as fast as I can. And the 10, we could consider saving that, because right now we get 37, which enables us to take one of these tags. So that could be good. And if I would spend them, I would probably spend them on yeah, one of these 2, I'm not sure. Oh, you see that in plains it's cheaper. So I do intend to take probably these 2. And this, and now I would have 3 food remaining, and we're going to waste 1 of those. We have 30% waste. If I spend 1 more food, that's gonna be taking away the waste, so 1 food I can spend is worth 2. And if I spend less, probably 5 food means 2 wastes. Not certain if it rounds like that, but that would make sense. So that means if I spend 1 food less by taking this, for example, or this, doesn't matter, either of them, then I'm going to have 1 food more that will not be wasted. I think that's good. And I think if I choose one of these 2, I would choose that one. But do I want to keep all my money and put it in science. Because that's like either I get 37 science next turn and 5 food. And that would possibly be enough to take that one, not even certain if it is. Or I put it all in food. And I'll get 17 food. Can be 18 if I spend another tag here, and then that means I can keep going there. I think I need to do that. But how am I ever going to get the gold again? To upgrade these yield tags. Okay, reset this. I'm going to do what every idiot does. Not go for the tags, because it does look like it might be just too expensive. Keep it at max food. Go for this one, and this one. We have 4 remaining, one of them is going to be wasted. We'll have 3 next turn, plus our new 12. Is going to make 18? Yeah, 3 yield. And 12 is 15, and 3 remaining from the 4 is 18. And I'm gonna have 7 signs next turn like this. Is that any good? No, I would need 10 to do something. So I could move this up and we spend 2 less food to have 12 signs. And if I would put those in, for example, planes technology, then we've lost 2 food, but we immediately gain 1 back because I'm going to spend to flag this cheaper. That's probably good. Too bad we have to overdo it by 2. But I'm gonna do this. Place 3 flags on planes, get all the plane tracks, or claim a free river tag. Well, this is worth only 2 food right now, I believe. Oh, we don't get to see that, but this is already a bit surrounded now, so that's not worth a lot. If I place 3 flags, I'm going to get this for free. That's not much either, hey? Because I already have flagged most of what I need by then. And I'm getting this one. So I'm going to claim this free tag, free flag. It's better than nothing. And let's see again. I want to take this for 4. And I want to take those 2. That's 14. We actually have 14, but we can still of course try and make it cheaper by choosing this one, and then we're doing what I promised last turn, getting back the 2 food that I basically spared. And I would have 4 extra food remaining. That is not enough to settle anything. I would of course like to have something along those lines as well. Oh, hey, wait, this is 11. It's 15 now. I thought it was 14. Well, I must have looked wrong somehow. It's 15 we're going to spend. Having 3 remaining means that one of them is gonna go to waste. Having 2 remaining probably also means that one of them is going to waste. 30% of 2 is 0.6, probably gets rounded up to 1. So this does not give me much in return if I upgrade the cost of this. Now another option could be to not take another plains tile here, but to try and take a mountain tile. And if we don't spend our signs, we're gonna waste 3 of them. And again, we could get, always good to know how much signs you can actually get, 21. 16 if we don't do anything. We do want to spend our signs really. Now of course putting it in here is not terrible, but it's only useful for like 10 turns later far down the line, so that's not really a good investment. If I don't want to get this, the question is, do I want to get it at all? If I want to get it at all, I might as well get it now, because plains is what I will be fighting for in the coming turns. We are going to take this, he's going to take probably this, and then this could already be contested. I'm going to take this, and then try and take that line. That's what my idea is. And here somewhere we are all going to come together. So I'm taking one of these tiles each turn, the next 4 turns or so. And meanwhile I'll be trying to go to the south as well. So I can basically spend 10 signs now to get 1 food each turn for the coming 5 turns, including this one. That is not so great. Suppose I do this. How much signs am I gonna get? It would be nice if I could next time then have 15 to do twice the desert one. I don't, I have 8. So there's 1 in the desert. Oh, 1 is wasted out of 2 at 25%. Yeah, okay, I suppose that's 0.5 rounded up to 1. And next turn, out of the 8 we could spend 5 and prepare to go and take the desert. So let's do this. Next turn we take this. Yeah, because this is also for longer down the line, and it's not good to invest now for a reward that you're gonna get only 5 turns from now. If I would like to do that, I would have better been off to upgrade one of these things in the second turn. But I've chosen to go for the immediate and faster reward because it is an exponential growth game. So it's either 10 science and 7 food or 8 science and 8 food. The 10 science is not getting me too much. Unless I would have done that one after all right now, and then do this one next turn. Maybe I should do that. Let's do that. And now we are making this 10 for next turn. We still have only 8 food next turn. So what's the difference? The difference is that instead of having chosen this right now and having 10 next turn to not be able to buy that one but do something else, I'll have this extra tag. That's good. I'll have that for 2 cheaper effectively. We do this. But do I want 10 next turn? Yeah, I'm not yet going to focus on the desert next turn. Next turn I will be planting a flag here. And then hopefully 1 or 2 in the mountains. And only after that is gonna come the desert, after I've taken those 2 mountain tiles and get enough income to keep doing that. So that's good. Next turn we take the 10 for the mountains. And we have only 8 food, so that's probably gonna be just 1 flag. Does this look fair at all? A free desert flag. Or we can get these for free if we place 3 flags, but that's gonna take a while because 1, 2 and the third one is gonna be there or there, which is not gonna be now. So I'll take the free desert flag. We're gonna see which one is the most expensive desert we can settle on. We have 8 food right now. As you can see, that's just too little to settle those both. Even with our fully upgraded plains settling. So if I take this one, because this one is possibly, not certainly though, because they don't usually push forward, they're more likely to do that one and that one and that one. So I could settle that one. But it's a bit of a risk. But if I did that one and I get this one as a free tag, and I'll have 4 remaining for... not useful. I won't really be able to spend my money effectively this turn. I have food. Of course, better play would mean that I would have known exactly what these would cost last turn, and I would have adjusted my plans to that, because I made the plan to take this one. Now I guess I'll just do that. If I do this, they're not likely going there. I mean, the biggest likelihood is they go here and here. So I'm not gonna try and get that grassland flag, leave it to them. So they go there and there, I go here. And then next turn they go there and I go here. But if I do this, then I'm slower getting there, so that, no, I should leave this to them as well. I am going here now. And I am to choose a free desert tag. This one is going to be 10 next turn. So I could choose this one because it helps me go that way. Or I could choose this one or this one because it helps me expand some in the south. This one will reduce the price of those two. I think that's a pretty okay plan. We look in here again. What do we want next turn? We could want that one or that one, so 5 or 15. That's basically what we want. We want 5 or 15 signs next turn. That's 9. That's expensive. That gets us 12 food. Or 16 food. 12 foot or 16 foot. If we are looking at this, this base cost is 5, and that was here too, so that one is going to be, this was 5, this is going to be 6. So it would be good to have, for example, 6, and this is 13, together it would be 19, and if I buy one of those stacks that would be 17. I'm not going to have that much, am I? No, definitely not buy the tax end. No, let's look here. So that's going to be 6. And I might still have the chance to buy that one. And then it would be 10 and I could spend 15 or 18. And if I don't get that one, it would be 6, it would be 14 or 11. And if I get this to the 15, I have only 13. 12 actually. No, I think I'm gonna go full food. And what am I gonna do with those 9 signs? I'm gonna buy this, and that's it. Water flag is pretty useless. Water really sucks. Am I going to find 5 more flag researchers in this game? I'm gonna get these 3 and maybe this one. That's 4. And then I could just buy the flag one to get that one. I will definitely get these 3. So I could choose that, and it will sometime in the future be useful. But this doesn't do anything for me now. See, water produces absolutely nothing. The only thing it does do is make an adjacency for the other 2. Actually, for 4 tiles it would make an adjacency, so it's going to be worth 4 food. It might not be useless after all. We do that. Just because it's going to be worth 4 food. So as I said, I'm going to choose that one. Definitely. Because this is my goal. I might even get some grassland a little bit here. And I have 9 signs, which I was going to spend here. I can't do anything else with it really. And now I have 10 remaining food. The thing is, you can see what tags the other civs have. This is my neighbor. They have power in grassland, but not in plain. So if we take this, it's contested and they won't get it either. But it's a waste of food. I suppose it would be nice to get this one done. Or this one if I don't want to waste my food. Either way I'd have... so it's either this one plus that one, or it's just this one. That's it basically. And I could even take this one and that one. Is that really interesting? I'm not touching these yet. I'm gonna get that one and I'm gonna get the benefit of that. But I do want to get those mountain tiles too. Or these two, but then what if they choose them both too and we're not getting anything this turn? That would be terrible. But if we do get them both, well, we're not getting them both. It's just not happening. I get to see this for the other races as well. Not entirely. We can see that they don't get any yield from the plain tiles, so there is maybe a pretty decent chance. That is of course also a part of the game that I need to learn. I don't know AI behavior. They're not getting any yield from plain tiles, so that could be a pretty reason for them to not go for these right now. Let's take a risk and take them both. Be greedy. We're gonna take a risk and be greedy. The best signs we could get next turn is 21, which is not going to help us much. I do want 10 next turn for the desert discounts. Or 15. 10 or 15 again. 15 means 14 food. 2 food more. And the difference is that I get to choose for 15 this one. I think I'd be quite fine with 10 actually. I don't know what I'm gonna... this was 6, this is gonna cost 7. I'm gonna be at 14 or 16 food. Gonna spend 7 there. And I really should be getting these hill tiles. But that's 15. And the hill tech costs 15. So if I choose the 14, I can actually buy the hill tech and I get these two. That's not so bad. Yeah, that's not so bad. Oh yes, I'm getting all 3 of them. Place 5 flags in 1 turn. Place 3 flags on river is simply never going to happen. I'm not near any river. So what was the plan? The plan was to take this and then get it. Oh, this costs only 6. If I do that, I would have 4. Can I do anything with 4? Not really, so I'll take that one. And we'll have very little waste. That's 10, and I don't think they're gonna contest me there yet, but let's not try it. So yeah, what for next turn? I'm still not gonna get close to what I need for a good research. Because if we're looking at here now, we would really like to have some yield tax. We have 8 of these plain tiles. Pay 45 and we get 8 food per turn. That would be immense. But not even in 2 turns can we get 45. 24 and then the next turn you waste so much. No. For 30 would be possible in 2 turns, because if we're getting 24 we would only need to have 6 remaining, with 25 waste means you'd need to have like 8 remaining, and we could try to consider that for in 2 turns. So I'd make it so that I can have 8 extra next turn, like 10 for a desert tag, 18 total would be good. And I'll save 8, and the turn after I'm gonna get 30 to get this one. That could be pretty good actually. How about we try that? Aim for 18 tag. That's this. Or aim for just 8 and not have the desert tag for 10. We'd have 5 extra. Could we get to 37 maybe? Because what we're gonna settle is going to produce for the next turn just 1 more gold from this one. So instead of 24 we're getting 25 then, and 1 more science, 26. And from the 13 minus 25%, that's gonna cost us 3, so that's 10. And we're at 36, that's awfully close to 37. Might be some rounding error in my plans. I'm actually kind of willing to do that because we want this food. Yeah, let's go for this. And we can always chase plans. Place 3 flags on desert to get all those. River yield tax are worthless because we only have 2. And getting those 2 for free is not so bad. So what I said was, if I suppose I do 100 in here, am I then getting 37? No, I was actually 1 off in the wrong direction. I'm getting 35. So change of plans. Let's first look what are we gonna settle. I could take a grassland tile. But I'm not sure if I should even want that. Definitely want this. And I kind of definitely want this. Leaves me with 9 to get me closer to my southern mountains. Would be nicely spending all my food like this. And I want, otherwise, alternatively, I could say I spend 3 on desert flags and I do that right now. It would also be interesting, what do we get? For place 5 flags in 1 turn, we get a free flag tag. Yeah, that's not so much. That is not much at all. Because if we want to have 5 flags in 1 turn, we would need to make cul-de-sacs like this, so that we actually get to do that. Keep that one, get that one for 5. Build around something in here. But that free flag tag is not so much, especially since I'm going to get these 2 from the desert flags, which I need 3 of. That could be done 14-19. And that has the 3 flags, but we do have to keep on pressing our borders there. And we also soon are gonna need to build a city here. I'm not going into the grassland, definitely not. It's just gonna be a hard fight, it's gonna be costly. We want to delay the fight as much as possible. With these 13 I can get a desert tag, but I don't want to because I'm getting them for free now. So the 13 are gonna be my setup to get some of this for free. Oh, I could have also gotten this one, but that's too late. I'm gonna keep the 13, that's gonna be for next turn, and we might not be able to get to 36 as I had planned, but we can get to the 30 for this one, and that's pretty good too. So that's the plan for next turn basically. Hoppa. And now we're having this, we're having this, and we're having this. Look at them running wild. Build a city on plains and get a plains yield tag. Or build a city 5 spaces away and get an extra pop in that city. Now if I build a city, it should be a desert city really. Although I know I could actually try and defend in the plains too now. But that would spread my forces and I will get into problems later on. And the city, they also defend the fields around it, so if I build a desert city here, I will keep these plains tiles for quite a while. So I don't think I'm going to be building a plain city now. Plain yield tech would of course be a nice freebie though. A really nice one. And this is not a very powerful enemy. So maybe I could actually do it. Build a city here. Defend it again, just against them. 1, 2, 3. That's probably not, I don't know how to calculate exactly, but that's not going to be 5 tiles away. No. That's not going to be a holy city. So we do this. Choose this, and then we're going to plant this city somewhere in the near future. I could go for one more plain stack flag, and I have 17. That would keep me 9, meaning I would probably take that one. Or I could just say, like, let's cut it off here, not proceed deeper into the plains, because this is going to be city. I need to build a wall of border cities. That's one here, or there, like this one. Yeah, that would be good, probably. This one, this one. I'm not certain if I can take that one then, but this is going to be red border, so I do think like I need to build a city there. And this one is probably not going to be feasible because they are going to take this now. Yeah, so this city, this one I can't. So this is going to be my border then around that city. And then I take this desert and a city here. That would mean that I basically stop expanding this way. I am now going to take this technology. I need 2 more in the desert. Yes. And I need to have next turn how many food to build this city? 30. Which is exactly what I'm getting right now, but more is of course, well, 33 doesn't help. But next turn I'm going to build that city, yes. 23 science is also not going to help next turn. Although I can use this, but 12 science is going to be good. And then 10 in there. No, I'm going to get these for free. I'm going to get these for free. And I want to get them right now, kind of. $17. How about I choose 5 and 7 is 12. No, then I cannot do anything else anymore. So I'm going to spend them on expensive ones. I would like that one, but it's going to be a lot cheaper when the town is there. And I have all those flag tags. So a 7 and a 10. Or a 9 and 1 food I can keep without wasting it. Yeah, that's good too. Now I have them. For next turn, I do want... Oh, of course, I'm not going to get 30 food. That was considering I don't spend any, so no city next turn yet. 17 science is not useful, is it? Just this 12, I guess I can prepare. Or I could get desert tech, it's also not useful at the moment. how much science would be useful. I'm going to take that one for free. I would like to have that one. I could buy it, but 37 is not within reach, I think. No, 27 is the max. 28. And that's no use really. I could get this one for 25. Would that be good? Pretty reasonable actually. Then we have 18. I could have 4 more and then I don't get that. Yeah, I think I like that. Build a city on a hill, gets a hill. Oh, this is nice. I might have that city now after all. And then I got this yield tech for free. That's amazing. Wow. This is a bit of a turnaround in the game. Much needed, of course. It is indeed a very hard difficulty level. And then I can buy this. And now we have 8 food to spend. The desert obviously does still not yet produce much, but we cannot afford a mountain tile yet. I'll take this one. Now what's next turn? Because I do now have my plains mostly developed. This one is still, of course, 37 for 9. That pays back in 4 turns. That's good. So 37 tech to do that would be good. But any amount of tech to start strengthening that city would be good. And I do want to have this tile as well as a city in there. How much food am I going to get now? An extra city here is going to cost us plenty. I don't know exactly how much, but you can estimate already that's going to be like something in that range, so that's not happening really soon. I do want to start building a wall now. Block them out. They're not going in the desert yet, but they will go eventually. What other tags would I like? As I'm soon going to get more mountains and deserts. This one would also be pretty good. And I can get that. I think I should do that. Go for the 36, 37. And buy this extra food from the mountains and use these 22 food to take at least 2 more mountains. It's gonna be 7 extra food. Let's hope those two cancel out each other in there. No, they don't. So I wanted this. And I definitely want this. And then I have 16. Oh, that's not enough for everything here. I think I'll do it like that. I still have any... oh, there's 5 flags in one turn, and then I get a flag tag which is sort of useless. Because what flag tag would I even want? I also don't know how the game assigns the tasks, but there is a task that you get 10 flag tags, and I do now have 9. I assume you're not going to get a task when you have 10. Maybe staying at 9 enables the chance that I actually get that and can click and complete it. I don't know. Now, next turn. Do I want more tags? This one, this one, this one. This one is better than that one, obviously. So yeah, another 37 would be good. Like that. 37 and 12 is 49. We can do that too. And if we go full food, we probably don't yet have that tile and the city. So let's go 49. And then we can get this and this. Starting to produce armies. Claim a free mountain tile. Or build a city on the desert and get... Yes, we need to do that. So that's pretty much our task for next year, and it's gonna be here. But right now, I'm going downwards. Or do I want those 5 tiles? No, that's just on 3 cities in the desert. Yeah, right. That's gonna be far away. So I was supposed to take this one and this one. And then our next priority is to build a city here, so I must take this tile. And can't see what a city is gonna cost there. 35 is on desert, plus 5 per existing city gateway. Okay, it seems like it's gonna cost 45 on any desert. Why is this one cheaper? Because it's on coast. Okay, it's gonna cost 45, so next turn we need 45 food. At least, of course we want some expansion too, but we can play with that. We can play with that. How much food can we get? Because we may not want to spend all of it right now then. We're going to get 28 yield and 15 from the max from the text. That would be 43. So that means we need to keep 2 food at least now from extra. Okay, we need to keep 2 food extra, and we're going to lose how much to waste. From 2 food we do lose 1, so we need to keep 3 food extra. I can spend 19 food now. And settling mountains is a lot better than deserts, but I do want to settle that one. So that's that. On the other hand, instead of spending 10, I can take 2 desert tiles. Is 2 desert tiles better than 1 mountain? No, not at all. So this is the plan. Is this adjusted correctly? 45 for the thingy, and then I'll have 32 science. Can I do something with 32 science? Not entirely. So then I might as well get more food. No, there is no more food. So this is it. I'm gonna have 32 science to spend there. To spend nowhere really. That sucks. I guess I'll just get that then. I'm not sure what to do. But the city must just happen. Mm-hmm. 10 signs per city. Well, that's nice because I'm gonna build one. We're gonna trash that one. I'm gonna build a city now. I'm going to get a desert yield tech. And we can see how much power influence he has. We both have one. I have one from my city, he has one from his unit. Okay, that's fine. I would like to upgrade this, but I can't with the 32 science. I could get 3 food from my 3 grasslands. It's not terrible, I guess. Or I could keep them. And next turn have something like that. I don't have anything else to spend here. Oh yes, and I'm going to get 30 more signs if I want to. What do I do with 62 signs? I could take this one, which is giving me 9, so it pays back in 6 turns. That's not too bad. Or I could take this one and have 25 remaining. 29 remaining supposedly, because this is one more than, oh no, 25 remaining. And I'll take the power in deserts or something, which is not really looking useful yet, but if someone is going to contest me in these deserts here, 1 power in desert will be all the difference. Now the alternative is that I'm going to build another city before I take that bonus, but the next city is going to cost me 50, and I can't build it here because it's close to the border. You can't do that, so I want to build it there. Well, I keep expanding this way. This is going to be a city. And then I would like the next city to be probably here or something and expand around that. I assume they are going to focus their efforts in there. This is an important one though. I need that power in cities next turn. And then another one and another one. We need to be pushing that power in cities up pretty well. I think I should just take it. Take. I'm going to get another free desert power track because those cities are gonna come, but it's gonna take a while. Oh, it's a power track actually. So it's good to keep that delay that long actually, because they grow exponentially in cost. The longer I delay it, the more valuable that reward. So here is 7 science, this is 9 science, and this is 7 gold. Now this is of course the best reward per investment, but do I want to have 25 extra signs if I'm gonna lose 25% each turn? That depends on what I want to research next turn. And this is the yield tag that I might hope to get for free someday. So my amount of desert tiles is probably gonna grow rapidly. These a bit as well, but I'm gonna take all of this area. But what is gonna grow first? More desert first probably than the mountains. So this one is going to benefit properly, and then next turn I could take those. And if I keep food at maxed, I'm going to have a yield of 35 signs. The yield is good, so I can spend this all on here, and I need just to add 2 signs from the taxes, and then I can do that one next turn. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I still needed that city tech too, right? The city power. 36. So next turn I want 37, 36 and 50. (37) and 36 is 73. That could be possible like this. I got to have a city power, and I still have pretty proper 37 food to expand some more. The city is not happening next turn. Next turn I'm taking this field and something there. Whatever I can, actually. The thing is, I'm spending 34 food on technology, presumably this one. Or I'm getting 17 for it, and that means 2 of these desert tiles giving, I valued these 1, 1, 2. That's giving 8 value, and this is giving 7 value. It's about equal. Maybe I should take more tiles first. So I'm just gonna aim for 36. Well, I'm getting 44 anyway. There's nothing small to spend it on. It's fine. All fine. I might not even need the 36 yet, I'm not sure. I do want it. This is looking dangerous already, you know. I could of course also... No, I can't. That costs 40, I don't have that much. I can do that next turn. Oh shit, I'm losing a field. So I do need the city power rapidly. And I can buy a unit. And if I now look at our power comparison, we both have 2. Only 1 from cities. Yeah, in the city itself it's 2. So I need more city power. Because I'm about to lose more. This was to become a city, I said, and then one there. The red ones are pushing down, so they're probably going there next turn. don't have the science to take one of the desert tags. So yeah, we're gonna have to accept that, and this is probably gonna be our border. That's gonna be a city. That's needed because we need to move. That's needed to connect our lands. That's because it's closed. 9, 10, another 14, 4, no. This was needed, this was needed, this was needed. $16 more. This one and that one. I don't have the 3 flag thingies anymore. And I wanted to buy my first army, which I'm gonna park right in here and there. I can't move it there yet. I could move it there, but that's just gonna cause me to contest those fields, and then they'll bring in armies and I'll have to bring in more. We do not want to escalate anything, so I'll keep my armies 1 tile away from the border. And I had 44 tech, which I was putting in there. Now next turn I would like to have 72, because we really need more power in cities. And I would also like 45 it's gonna cost the next town. Or 50. Why is this 48? Well, the other ones are 50. Oh, it's a growth city, yeah. 50. So I need 50 food to build a town. We're not getting that. And it would need 72 to get more power. Now I think I'm just gonna be buying this one next turn. Expanding a bunch. It is now also a good time to start thinking about that desert tech. What else do we get here? Own 3 cities for a power tech. Not happening right now. How's our... the Hittites have 2 and I have 1. I cannot afford another army. I will move it here, but that does mean contesting that a little bit. This was to be a city, as is this then. And then I'm gonna try to make my border move around here now. So I need to take these 2. Yeah, I'll just pull it straight. Straight is good actually. Straight is good. I'll take this. I'll take this, this and this, nice and cheap. And then for 11 I can take this expensive mountain tile. Or the cheap one and that one. That's good. With the 48 power tech I was going to take this, or I might want to take this, but no, I'll take this first. And then for next turn, 72 would be really good, because I need to defend strongly. So let's aim for 72 science. And then I'll have 58, that's also enough to build another city. I didn't take the one that I need here for a city. Ah. Oh no, it's gonna be here, the city. That's good. Here's gonna be a city and a city power jack. Makes me feel a bit safe. And as I said before I started this game, it is acceptable that I'm gonna lose these tiles. It's sort of part of the plan. We're not panicking yet. So I built a city. And I got this stack. That was the plan. And then we have 8 food remaining. And we can move southward. Now what is important is that I'm going to get this stack too, because it's starting to get better and better as I have so many of these tiles, and the same for this one. So it would be nice, next turn we can get that. Next turn I'm going to be taking this tile, so I can build another city there, and there will be one there, and that's going to be my 5 city border then. 120 signs is a bit far out probably for the foreseeable future. Oh well, it's not that far out. So that'll happen not next turn but the turn after probably. Meaning what do we do next turn? 50 signs for this. Or 100 for this, which is yeah, equal in that's 20 and that's 10, yeah. And lots of food to fill in this area. We don't really have any other sciences to do. So 50 or 100 I said. If I go max food we have 68 and 68. This seems okay to me, because then I'm going to be choosing some tiles, and the turn after I'm going to build a city again. Uh-oh, they're closing in on me. Uh-oh. I'm not happy with all of those movements I see there. Because if you look at this power, they have 4 from units and I have only 1 from my city. Didn't I get my 3rd city tag? Yeah, my power in cities is 3. This is +2 from cities. Why is it only 2? +1 there. I really don't entirely understand this stuff. Upgrading it does give me more power in it. Oh, it's the 3 from tax, which is the +3 in city stack. Yes. And it says 2 from the city itself. And that's got something to do with the size, and somehow when I build a city it's a 2 size city. But the distance, the power is only in the city itself. This. Oh shit. Okay. I didn't even notice. This sucks pretty bad. It's not gonna be enough to save that. But it does make it 2 from cities. I mean, in between the 2 it's 3 from cities, because it gets 1 from there, 2 from there. But what good is this if it's not in the surroundings around the city? I'm going to need desert power soon, but that does mean I'll be losing all these fields here, which is rather unfortunate. That, I mean, I said I was going to lose them, but I'd rather have it go slower. So I need this to build an extra city, I need this to keep my border going, and I'll have 3 to take that. I'll just not go swapping those around, they're all pretty slow to get. And I think I should be getting this and this. I'm gonna keep them out of the damn desert. And if I build a city, I get another one of those power tags. But I might want to wait and build more first. If we're looking at the power comparison now, we have this under control again. And this not yet, that is desert tile though. Why is that not working? I'm gonna have to rethink my whole strategy, because I thought the cities, they do much more to project their power outwards, but they suck at that really. I'm gonna buy an extra unit, I suppose. Firmly have that under control, but we don't have that under control. We can take that back sometime later, because the thing is, I have this 47 food, and instead of upgrading a city, I kind of want to just take a whole lot of fields now. Click, click, click. that, and then I suppose no. I do want that, no doubt. And now I believe this here, we already have this under control. I don't need that one unit right now. And I'm not getting that one back by a unit anyway now. My city is safe. We're fine for now. I can spend this elsewhere. What would I like next turn? Our deserts are maxed out. I do still want that science. And I want, next turn I think I want this. And I can get that easily. 126. And I'll have 56 to upgrade the city. If needed. Hey, that's strange. It was supposed to remain under my possession. I guess they move after I get my chances to do something. That's a free city? Yes, please. And then I'm gonna have that one too. So we're gonna chain in that. That's nice. We need 10 flags, right? 10 flags. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's harder than I thought. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it's a population. It's not a new city, it's a population. Okay. And we're gonna choose the desert power. And we could buy another unit, or we can spend it for next turn. Let's see how the powers are looking. Alright, do they get to move after I move? And yeah. Why did they take this piece? I don't know. But it does seem like I'm sort of okay here. These are firmly under my control, and this is equally contested. As soon as they move away that unit, I'm getting it back. But this they can take whenever they want. What's what science do I want next turn? I will still have the same plan. If I could research this, build a city and get the next one for free, that would be nice. But I don't think I can research that. No, that was 192. Yeah. So we're going for food. And I'll research that. Reduce knowledge base to 10%. That's the top one. That costs me a lot. But it would be a good benefit. I feel like it's time to just complete my lands basically. I still have this thing. I can do that at any moment that I deem optimal. I'm going to build a city there and one in there. And if I take this too, I can build the last city in here. But they're taking this, of course they are. But I have all this desert tech, I can take it. I cannot build, yeah, I can build a city here, yes. If I take this, I immediately get my my power tag. And I'd rather have a more expensive one, but maybe I should do it anyway. It's gonna strengthen me quite a bit. And I'll spend my food in there. And now I could spend my money on this, and then I get a good conversion rate on my science. But what sciences do I still want actually? Because my victory condition was I'm gonna get the wealth and power technologies and five armies is peanuts. That's a simple one. This is not happening. This could happen, but it's not easy. This is absolutely not happening. This is not. So yeah, I need wealth and I need power technologies. Power technologies means science, so this is an important one. I need to do that. Let's do it now then. Oh, I can't entirely. I cannot do that entirely. I'll finish that next turn. And for now we need next turn. Well, this is 270, that's just not happening now. We are going to focus on more food. I don't ever need this probably, I'll just always spend my food. I wasn't intending on getting this, but that reward is making it worthwhile. Just let me have this field and get the fuck out of there, please. Same for you. I suppose that's the disadvantage of letting them have it. So I don't care so much about. Is there any power tech remaining? Oh yeah, power techs, of course. 3 cities on plains for a plains power tech. I'm not gonna get 3 cities on plains. But that's entirely useless. So there's a better chance that this happens. What else do we have? Our food yield. I don't think that's another 11. Is that gonna happen? It's not even worthy anyway, the reward, as I said. Food waste, don't mind. It's good to waste food. All the yield tags are maximized for the fields that I actually have. I can still take some of that water, but that's a lot of investment for no good really. So I was doing this, and we got that. That's great. And I am filling in these fields, building an extra city also. I might want to do that first. Because if they're starting to contest me all the way here, then I want to have only one city to build, and that should be enough. $15. That's fine. I need to spend this somehow. But I don't have anything good to spend it on. Now the game is gonna take long enough that this will pay back. So maybe I should do just that. Because I do need power technologies, but I need another 11. One, two, three, four, 5. If I'll take 2 levels on each, that is the most cost efficient, just looking at price. But I also need one more expensive one, and I am going to not get one from there because I'm not gonna have the 3 cities and plains, am I? Well, I could build simply 2 cities here and I get that power tech. Yeah, that's not so bad, but that's then the finisher. The 11th or 18th power technology we can get out of that. We do also need to upgrade this because we're gonna start saving money soon. Because this one we have a plan for now, and then we just need to save money, and armies, well, we need to buy those before saving money, of course. And it's good to have them sort of early. So that could be my next priority. Fill up this land, buy the armies and this city. That's, yeah. I'm doing this. And what am I doing for next turn? If I buy a tech next turn, I would like it to be this one. But that's not going to be affordable at all. I can get 211 max. It's not even enough for that one. So no, I'm gonna have to buy the lowly text then. Do I want more food? Do I? I just want to buy these and that city. Well, I do still need a bunch of food for that. I'll just do this. double my food yield. I need 8 more food production, and then I can do this. I get little. Oh well, there's nothing better to choose now. What's happening here? Assyrians have 8 from 2 units. I think I need to move that one out of there anyway. Because that city is not going to be under threat now, is it, if I take him out? Oh yes it is, so he needs to stay there. That. I wanted to buy units now first, so do that. How's our power comparison now? Now we should be balanced and keeping that tile. Of course, that's unless something happens as I've seen happen before. And then we're just gonna buy random tags that we don't use. Next turn. I still want one more city. And I just want to upgrade those cities. Make them stronger and buy units. Upgrade cities, buy units. 3 more units. We're not gonna upgrade them that much, I think, are we? Nah. And we could build a city, get that power check. But no, I wanted to do that last actually. I want to I want 5 more food yield. How am I gonna get 5 more food yield? I don't think I am. No, I'm not. I would have to upgrade the water and capture some water. Is that worth the effort? What is the reward? No, that's not worth the effort. So I buy another unit, as I was planning. Can't be in the same tile. They are gonna move back in there again. It's unfortunate. I need to pretty much, well, it's only 1 from unit. I can move that unit out of there. And I should not be losing that city. And I stop contesting these lands, and then they can get the hell out of there because I'm not contesting them. I hope. So I did not want to buy an extra city yet, because that will get me my power check that I do not yet want. How the hell 18 power checks? It's just too much, huh? I need to buy 8 more, they're gonna be so expensive. $16 map tiles. That's 1. That's 5, 6, 7. I need to conquer them. There's no chance I'm gonna conquer anything from them. Or anyone really. Only maybe that. But they have military power. No, not much at the moment. Think I could do that? I don't think I can. I can definitely do this and this. That's 4 points. And the rest is hard. City pop, spaces, pop power attack. If I get 6 I can I'll get something, you know. I'll keep going on the power attacks. Just stay on course, keep to the plan. But why not just buy these? It doesn't hurt. These guys have not many armies really. So I could consider trying to conquer some. But if I do that, then they are gonna push in, probably. That's just not. Because these are the 2 powerhouses that need to stay as well. Oh, they're threatening to take one of my cities. I have only 8, they have 10. And I can't upgrade it now. It's mean. What was it if I build another city and I got a plains power attack? Oh yeah, let's build a city on plains, so I actually can build one there. Let's do that. I can build another army right there. That's not yet enough. I'm 9 versus that 10. So I'll move this one there. And I'll move that one. Well, I'm threatening the red ones there already anyway, so let's just double up on that. So now I should be good with that city. But maybe, just maybe, it would be wise to spend a bit on my not liking that. It's another power attack. I still need to buy more units too. 1 more. I'll buy another unit next turn. A boat. That's fine, I'll buy a boat next turn. For the power tax we need science. securing my city a bit. Wow. It's a big war, and I lost it somehow. It's amazing, isn't it? I got all that extra power that I seemed to need, but it wasn't enough. There we go again. We're needing to buy 5 more power tracks. Damn, it's just too much, man. I don't believe I'm going to succeed here. Why can I not buy oh, I need a coastal city for that. Okay. So I need to save some money for next turn, and then I can buy another army. I have this one now. We are working on the power technologies. Five more needed, 4 to buy, 1 to gain. $80 of 90 map tiles, but we are only losing them now. These blue ones seem to be sort of close to winning, I guess. That was not happening anyway. One more power tech. No need for more units. But I could reduce power of loss. But I can also just start saving money. Yeah. That's probably a good idea. Spend my tech on this and start saving money for this. And then I'll be at 7 points. And we hope somehow a point is gonna come by there. How many more do I need? 3 more. Oh, they have a lot of power. I'm going to lose this bit of land here. Not much to do against that. Well, I can do, but that's gonna cost me lots of money, and then my whole game plan to actually win is out of the window. Oh, we are already there. I didn't even use this. Wow. So now I'm saving money. To get this. And then we just need one more point, and we're hoping for one of the opportunities to buy it. Food can just be spent freely. Is it safe to do that? Safe is a big word, huh? Safe is a big word, really. A palace. A palace costs 200 of each, so I need to collect 200 food, Is that gonna be problematic with this waste? Yes. Of course we'll just buy that palace like this. That's it. Next turn palace, and then collect 800 for win. But they are at 6 now. This is gonna take us like 5 turns to get that 800 gold. What do these guys have? They need 5 tiles on the map. Well, the red ones are taking from them, so let's hope they stop that from happening. They're also taking from me though. Oh, I don't have the food to move that unit there. Don't want to get my ass kicked too hard. So I'm basically gaining about 100 per turn now. I have 231, I'm going to 357. Yeah. But I think it's too expensive to spend the money here now. It would help my military power. How are these guys doing now? If they're now 7 tiles away from victory. I think it's going really rapidly if I give up this 2 power. They might just roll over me and... not sure though. I'll do that in a few turns maybe, but I'm gonna have to keep up for a little bit longer in my defenses. This is mighty fine. They are not so strong anymore. So now is a good time to move actually those units to there. Defend against the stronger enemies. I can upgrade the city, of course, that also helps a bit. Oh, they're gonna take my grasslands. What should I do with all this science? I wish I could turn it into money. Can buy a single point. And instead of collecting the 812, I could buy these 2 points actually. Yeah. I could buy these 2 points maybe if I am... how fast is that gonna go? Getting 800 is gonna take how long? Yeah, that's really plus 100 per turn, so that's 6, 1 turn, 2 turns it's a 6, 3 turns it's a 7, and if I maybe turn it down, it could be done in 3 turns, possibly, but doubtful. Probably 4 turns to get the 800 gold. Buying those 2 points means buy one next turn and buy one the turn after, if I could do that. Oh yes, actually I can buy them both now. Next turn, click click, done. And that's victory. I have to click this button for a moment. That's not victory right now yet. So I'm gonna turn it to military power to stay in the game. And that's it, the very hard one.
Look on my
Crescent.
works, ye mighty, and despair.
Well, thank you for watching.